The bicep curl is arguably the most effective choice for building your arms. That said, if you don't do it correctly, rather than working your biceps, you'll end up working more of your other muscles like your forearms and back and lose any growth stimulus from swinging momentum. There are 4 mistakes that cause this to happen. They're easy to fix but will make a massive difference in your bicep curls. Let's start with mistake number 1. The first mistake has to do with your arm path. Most people either hang at the bottom with straight arms, which completely loses tension on the bicep muscle, or they swing up and down without any control. Neither of these build your biceps effectively. So if you're just starting out, here's what you need to focus on. First, let's talk about the bottom position. The key thing is to keep tension on the bicep muscle at all times, which is what drives muscle growth. So at the bottom, stop just before your arms fully straighten. Keep a slight bend just before you curl back up to maintain the tension on the bicep muscle. Now let's talk about the top position. As you curl up, focus on squeezing the bicep muscle hard at the top and hold that position. Really contract and squeeze it hard. That squeeze focus is your mind-muscle connection, and the isometric tension it creates builds bicep muscles. Now, if you're already doing these 2 pointers consistently, here's how to take it to the next level. At the bottom, do straighten your arms, but only by actively contracting your triceps. When one opposing muscle contracts, the other muscle must lengthen, stretch. So by contracting your triceps at the bottom, your biceps stretch out. That means you maintain controlled tension on the bicep muscle through that stretch, rather than just hanging and losing all tension. This extra stretch at the bottom creates a bigger range of motion, which leads to better muscle development. Now at the top, first make sure you're holding the handles correctly. Hold them on the inside. Then, as you curl up, focus on using your middle finger, ring finger and little finger to drive the curl. And then rotate your wrists so your little finger rises upwards and your thumb goes down. Really focus on twisting with those 3 fingers to drive that rotation. You'll feel an incredible squeeze on the bicep muscle, which helps build that bicep peak. Again, you're taking the bicep through a bigger range of motion, from a fully stretched position to a fully contracted position, which means better muscle development across the whole bicep. The second mistake is using too big of an angle. A lot of people lean way back and then swing their body to curl up. They're using momentum to help them out. The problem with that is you're not isolating the bicep muscle. Multiple muscles and that momentum are coming into the equation. Your shoulders are helping you out and your hips as you swing forward. Your back muscles, even your core come into play just so you can curl up. So that means the load is shared across multiple muscles and momentum. When that happens, the bicep loses tension. Tension is transferred to those other helpful muscles and momentum. Tension is the #1 muscle and strength building stimulus. You want to keep as much tension and body weight on the bicep muscle as possible. So here's what you need to do. Reduce the angle and lock your body in stone. Your body should only move by contracting, by squeezing really hard, your bicep muscle. If you're locked in and only your bicep muscles squeezing are causing your body to move, then you can be assured you've eliminated all other help. No momentum, no swinging, no other muscles jumping in. So the target bicep muscle has to do all the work. That's when you get the biggest muscle building stimulus. So don't think an easier angle means an easier exercise. Mistake number 3 is wrist position. This is a subtle one, but it makes a huge difference. Most people curl their wrists forward as they curl up. The problem with that is your forearm muscles come into play. They're helping out and taking load and tension away from the bicep muscle. Instead, keep your wrists slightly bent back or straight throughout the entire movement. That way, all the work stays on the bicep muscle where it belongs. The only time your wrist should move is at the top when you're rotating them for that peak contraction squeeze we talked about in mistake number 1. But during the curl, keep them locked in that neutral position. That ensures the bicep muscle is doing all the work, not your forearms. The 4th mistake is speed. As we've talked about, time under tension is the biggest key to muscle growth. When people rush through bicep curls, they increase the chance of momentum and poor form. Everything we just fixed in the previous mistakes go out the window when you're racing through reps. You need to slow right down. As a minimum, focus on 2 seconds for each of the 3 phases of the bicep curl. 2 seconds curling up, really squeezing that bicep muscle. 2 seconds squeeze at the top, rotating your wrists and bringing that little finger up for maximum contraction. 2 seconds lowering back down, maintaining control and tension the whole way. That's 6 seconds per rep. Quality over quantity. Slowing the movement down allows for better control, better mind-muscle connection with that squeeze, and keeps tension on the bicep muscle longer. That's what drives growth. So on your next bicep curl, add all those elements together. Keep constant tension by either stopping just before your arms straighten or contracting your triceps at the bottom. Rotate your wrists at the top using those 3 fingers for maximum squeeze. Lock your body in stone with a smaller angle so only your biceps do the work. Keep your wrists neutral throughout, not curled forward, and slow it right down with that 2-2-2 tempo. Here's the thing though, the bicep curl is only one arm move. If you want full body strength to back it up, you need to master the fundamental suspension training strength moves. So watch this video next and I'll show you the 8 essential TRX moves every man must master and exactly how to do them to build full body strength, mobility and confidence quickly. I've also created a free 4-week strength workout plan for those 8 exercises that you can follow. It's waiting for you below that video to download for free.